Hello everybody. Today I would like to talk to you a little bit about ZMA. ZMA is a dietary supplement that consists of a combination of zinc, magnesium, and vitamin B6. It is marketed as a supplement to support muscle strength and recovery, as well as to improve sleep quality and immune function. In recent years, it has even been proposed that it helps to increase testosterone. These are all quite bold claims to make, and they are too good to be true, if I'm being honest. But let's see, however, if these claims have any evidence to back them up by going over the ingredients one by one. First of all, zinc. Zinc is an essential mineral that is involved in numerous biological processes, including immune function, protein synthesis, and wound healing. It is commonly found in red meat, poultry, oysters, beans, nuts, and dairy products in various amounts. The average daily recommendation is 11 mg for men and 8 mg for women. In general, getting adequate amount of it is quite easy, and mild deficiencies are only somewhat common in parts of the world where there is a food shortage, while severe zinc deficiency is really rare worldwide. So overall, I think worrying about the amount of zinc you consume is a waste of time. However, if you are interested about it, common symptoms of zinc deficiencies one might notice are diarrhea, irritability, hair loss, loss of appetite, impotence, and white spots on the nails. I would like to point out that if their diets do not contain enough zinc, vegetarians and vegans may be at a greater risk of developing a zinc deficiency. Also, people at risk of zinc deficiency may have trouble absorbing zinc from the diet if they have certain medical conditions, such as digestive disease like Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis. Moving on to magnesium. Magnesium is an essential mineral that is involved in numerous biological processes, including protein synthesis, muscle and nerve function, blood glucose regulation, as well as blood pressure regulation. It is commonly found in almonds, spinach, peanuts, soy milk, leafy greens, and avocados in various amounts. The average daily recommendation is 400 mg for men and 310 mg for women. In general, getting adequate amounts of it is not difficult as long as you have a balanced diet. Mild deficiencies are not uncommon, but they present only on a subclinical level, meaning that the patient does not exhibit any real symptoms. So overall, I think worrying about magnesium and how much you consume is unnecessary. If you do wonder about your magnesium intake and if you are deficient or not, keep in mind that common symptoms of magnesium deficiencies one might notice are sleepiness, muscle spasms, shaking, pins and needles feel, weakness, loss of appetite, and nausea. People who use certain medications, such as diuretics or proton pump inhibitors, as well as those who have specific medical problems, such as GI illnesses like Crohn's disease or celiac disease, are also more likely to suffer from magnesium shortage. Low magnesium levels may also occur in people who consume high amounts of alcohol or who follow diets low in magnesium containing foods such as whole grains, nuts, and green leafy vegetables. Last but not least, pyridoxine. Pyridoxine, or more commonly known as vitamin B6, is a vitamin our body needs in order to support its brain function, the immune system, and the transportation of oxygen around the body. It is also used in the creation process of some neurotransmitters like serotonin. Food sources of pyridoxine include chickpeas, tofu, beef liver, tuna, salmon, fortified cereals, and poultry. So as you can see, it is found aplenty in our food, and as such, reaching the average daily recommendation of 1.3 to 1.5 milligrams is not really a problem. As such, vitamin B6 deficiency is really rare, and it's not something the general populace needs to stress over about. In the rare case of deficiency, the symptoms are usually EEG abnormalities, confusion, dermatitis, glossitis, confusion, and depression, weakened immune system, and microcytic anemia. However, I would like to point out that in all of the three ingredients that we have covered so far, the notion that, oh, if I have more of this in my body, then it's better for me, does not apply. Because first of all, if our body has enough of, let's say, vitamin B6 is water soluble, which means that our body is not going to keep that much of it inside of it. It doesn't really store it. So if you have an excess amount of pyridoxine, you will just pee it out. So this whole notion of, oh, I'm just having these ZMA products as an insurance is completely unfounded. Also, large amounts of magnesium or zinc, which are to a certain point stored in our body, are not really good. Too much magnesium or too much zinc can have negative effects on our body. So yeah, you shouldn't think of these kind of supplements as like a fail-safe system or a plan B. That's not how things work. But moving on, now that we have looked at each ingredient in isolation, we can look at the ZMA supplements themselves and what the research has to say about them. In general, while some research has suggested that ZMA supplementation may have benefits for muscle strength and recovery, as well as sleep quality, other studies have not found significant effects. And in the case where we have found all of these benefits, it was in people who were clearly deficient in some of these ingredients, not in the average Joe who is completely fine and has adequate amounts of zinc, magnesium, and pyridoxine. Overall, however, more research is needed to determine the potential benefits of ZMA supplementation and to identify any potential risks or side effects. ZMA supplementation usually contain suboptimal amounts of the ingredients they advertise. In the case of magnesium, you as a consumer should be aware that some forms of it that these products contain may cause constipation. Overall, the claims that the companies and influencers make online are largely unfounded. Even someone who is not overly conscious of what they eat is not going to have any deficiencies in these three molecules, unless they eat fast food and only fast food. Even in those rare cases where someone is deficient in zinc, for example, the correct thing to do is to get a full blood count and talk with their physician, because there might be some other problem with their digestive system, disease or problems with gluten. Our body is not able to absorb all these nutrients. So even if you give to that person extra zinc, it's not going to make any difference because he's not going to absorb it. He's just going to poop it out. Nothing's going to happen to him. Popping pills left and right just because a YouTuber or TikToker told you so is not the right thing to do. Always consider the agenda of the people that are trying to sell you something and the possible side effects of a product. After all, there is no pharmaceutical product with a positive effect that does not also have some kind of negative side effect. If it actually works, that means that it also has side effects and some contradictions. That's what I'm trying to get at. So, in conclusion, do not fall for these products. They are lackluster at best and a bit dangerous at worst. That is all I have to say for this video. Please like and subscribe for more.